Hello, sir.
Ma'am, shall we start, ma'am?
Sir. Yes, sir. You can start the class.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. A very good afternoon, friends. Today we see about the pre and post independence programs. What is the pre-independence programs? The pre-independence and post-independence. Independence in 1947. Before that, there is a pre-independence programs. After that, the post-independence programs. We call the pre-independence program as a individual attempt because the most of the pre-independence programs are started by individual persons only or private agencies. So we call it as a pre-independence program as an individual attempt. After that, the post-independence programs, it may be a community or ministry level, they can implement these programs. So we call it as a community program, participatory programs, development program, infrastructure programs, technological programs, as soon as the post-independence programs. First, we see about the pre-independence programs. What are the pre-independence programs before 1947? First, we see about the early extension efforts. In 1880s, there is a Bengal famine. After that, the Bengal famine, the British colonial rule has came to government to put a committee, and the committee reviewed, and after that only the agriculture and commerce department has to be evolved. In the early extension efforts, some extension efforts, that the rural reconstruction scheme, it was started in the year 1903 by Daniel Hamilton. Daniel Hamilton is the governor of that governor, so he started the rural reconstruction scheme. After the 31 years, the Daniel Hamilton started a rural reconstruction institute, that is in the year of 1934. And the next scheme is the Servant of Indian Society. In Servant of Indian Society, it was started in the year 1905. In the Pune, it Gopal Krishna Gogul. We all know the IRA, that is IRA means Imperial Agriculture Research Institute. It is laid down in the Pusa, Bihar, in the year of 1905 by the Lord Curzon. After that, it is transferred to the 1936. It is transferred to the Delhi. Why it is transferred in 1934? The heavy earthquake in the Pusa, Bihar occurred, so that the buildings are damaged. After that, 1936, it is transferred to the Pusa, New Delhi. Next scheme is the scheme of rural development. It is the West Bengal 1908 Rabindranath Tagore. If you see these schemes are in the story, means it will be useful. It will be easy to remember, or otherwise it will be difficult to forget. So that's why I am telling like a story. You please, friends, please remember these schemes as a story, so that will be easy for you to remember. In these schemes, first you concentrate on what the scheme, the person who's begin the scheme. After that, the year. These three are the important in the pre-independence and post-independence. In the iBPS exam and all, they will ask the one or few questions only in the pre and the post-independence. So that's why we giving the least importance to this, because even 1 mark is also important. So that's why we concentrate on these all the schemes. Please remember the schemes in a story, so that will be useful for in exam. So let's we go to the subject. The scheme of rural development. Scheme of rural development, it is started by the Rabindranath Tagore in the West Bengal in the year of 1908. Rabindranath Tagore started the scheme of rural development, and also the Sri Niketan scheme. Sri Niketan, it is the scheme. Sri Niketan is the experiment which is started in the place of Santi Niketan by the Rabindranath Tagore. Friends, please don't confuse with the scheme of rural development and also the rural reconstruction scheme, because it's both are started with the rural. So please don't confuse in this rural reconstruction scheme and institute by Daniel Hamilton, which is the governor. Scheme of rural development and the Sri Niketan experiment is started by Rabindranath Tagore. Please remember this. Next one is the Gurgaon project. Gurgaon, in 1920, the Gurgaon project was started in Haryana by Mr. F.L. Brainy. Mr. F.L. Brainy is the collector of this Gurgaon. So he started a Gurgaon project in Haryana in 1920. Next one, the Sri Niketan. I am already told the Sri Niketan experiment is started in the year of 1920 by Rabindranath Tagore. The main concept of this Sri Niketan experiment is Brati Balika. It is the place where the Santi Niketan, the Sri Niketan is experimented. Next one is the Marthandam attempt. In the year of 1921, the Marthandam attempt was attempted by Dr. Spencer Hatch. The Spencer Hatch, the name Hatch defines, it is and tells there is a bull clubs, honey clubs. It is started by Young Men's Christian Association. Marthandam attempts was attempted in 1920. Marthandam is a place in Kanyakumari district is near to Kerala. There is a rubber plantations. So they started a honey club. So it will be useful for the peoples. And they formed the cooperatives also, Matanda Matamte. In these cooperatives, they collected the honey and they can export or they can give the honey to the other peoples also. Next one is the Sevagram experiment. It is started in the year of 1923 by Varda district by Mahatma Gandhi. The Sevagram, the Seva means we already know. The Seva means Mahatma Gandhi is a good person. He gives the Sevagram. So the main concept is Nai Talim. Please remember this. There is a two concept. First one, Sevagram experiment means Nai Talim. Sri Niketan experiment means concept of Brati Balika. These two are the concept. Please remember this. Next one is the Rural Reconstruction Institute in 1934 by Daniel Hamilton. Rural Reconstruction, that is we already seen the 1903 by Daniel Hamilton, the scheme. Next one is the Indian Village Service. Indian Village Service scheme was started in 1945 by T. Mosher and B. N. Gupta. Next one is the Sarvodaya program. It is started in 1946 by Vinoba Baba in the province of Bombay. Next one, the famine commission. I am already told before the 1880s and 1890s, there is a huge famine in the Bengal. After the Bengal famine, the government, that is the Britannic colonial rule government, has adopted some committee to review this famine. After that, they reviewed, submitted a report to having a separate wing for the agriculture. So it will be useful for the peoples also. So that way the famine commission 1901 came. Next one is the Government of India Act 1919. The Government of India Act 1919 is very useful act because the most of the agricultural developments will be taken in the Government of India Act 1919. Next one is the Royal Commission on Agriculture. Royal Commission on Agriculture is the 1928. In 1929, you already seen the Imperial Council of Agriculture Research. On 16th July 1929, there is a started a Imperial Council of Agriculture Research in Delhi with the Royal Commission on Agriculture. So that 1929, there will be a ICR is evolved. After that, 1929, after the 1947, the Imperial Council of Agriculture Research is renamed as Indian Council of Agriculture Research. In the imperial, the name given in the British peoples. After the independence, our government renamed the imperial as a Indian. So Imperial Agriculture Research Institute is renamed as, after the 1947, it is Indian Agriculture Research Institute. Same like Imperial Council of Agriculture Research Institute is renamed as Indian Council of Agriculture Research Institute after 1947. Next one is the extension effort by the government. And extension effort by the government, the FIRCA development scheme. It is started in 1946. Another one in ICAR, 16th July 1929. You can remember also one of the point. After the Golden Jubilee celebration, which scheme has to be launched? After the Golden Jubilee celebration of the ICAR, which scheme is launched means you can answer the Lab to Land programs. It is launched in 1979. After the 50 years, that is the Golden Jubilee celebration, they launched Lab to Land programs. Lab to Land programs means it mainly concentrate on marginal and small farmers. Whichever technologies evolved in the lab, it is transferred to the field itself. So it will be useful for the marginal and also small farmers. Please remember this, after the Golden Jubilee celebration means Lab to Land program. Please remember. Next one is the extension effort by the government. Extension effort by the government, FIRCA development scheme in 1946. This scheme is given by the T. Pragasam, who is the Chief Minister of the Madras Presidency. FIRCA development scheme means it is initially it is developed in 34 FIRCAs. After that, it is extended. That is the FIRCA development scheme. It is in 1946. Most of the pre-independence schemes, you can see that the pre-independence scheme, most of the pre-independence schemes are started by individual authors. Either we can see that Sir Daniel Hamilton, F.L. Bryany, T. Mosher and B. N. Gupta, and also the Rabindranath Tagore and T. Prakasam. These are the individual attempts. These are the individual attempts. They implemented the programs. After the independence, there is a community or participatory or ministry level development of the technologies or development of programs. Next one is the Grow More Food Campaign, 1947. It is implemented by Government of India. It is reviewed by the Tagore Das Committee. Friends, next, that is the post-independence programs. Before we already seen that the pre-independence schemes. Now we go to the post-independence. It is a very important one. The post-independence programs. First, we see about the Itawa pilot project. It is started in the 1948. Itawa is a place. In this, the Albert Mayer started a Itawa pilot project in the year of 1948. The main aim of the Itawa pilot project is village level workers. Next, we see about the Nilokari experiment. After the independence in the 1947, India and the Pakistan are splitted. You already know. And the refugees from the Pakistan came. It about 70,000 refugees from the Pakistan came to the India. The SK Day, they want to rehabilitate the 70,000 refugees. So in this, the Nilokari, the place near to the Colonel, it is the Nilokari is the place near to the Colonel. They create a rehabilitation home for the 70,000 refugees who came from the Pakistan. So the SK Day experimented the Nilokari experiment in 1948. Next one is the Fiscal Commission in 1949. Next one, Bodhan Moment 1951 by Vinoba Baba. Next, there is National Extension Systems. We split the National Extension System into 4 distinct phases. First one is the community development. In this community development means we can see that the CDP, CDB, NES, these are the community development. Next one, the technological development. Technological development means intensive agriculture area program, intensive agriculture district program. These are the concerned with the technologies, high yielding variety programs. These are concerned with the technologies, development with social justice, and also the infrastructure development programs. Let's we see about the one by one. That is the community development, technology development, development, social justice, and infrastructure development by one. Friends, first see about the community development programs. In the community development programs, the CDP, it is launched in October 2, 1952. They can ask the question, which program is launched on Mahatma Gandhi's birthday in 1952 means community development program. After the 1 year, National Extension Service has to be came in the year of October 2, 1953. They can ask which is the permanent program, either National Extension Service or Community Development Program. You can tell National Extension Service is a permanent program. Community Development Program is initially initiated for 10 years only. Okay, National Extension Service is a permanent program which is concerned for a block development officer is the head of the programs, National Extension Service. First we see about the community development program. How the community development has came? In the England, there is a community development has to be happen. The name that they give the community development because the most of the peoples are formed a community and they can develop. So that's why in the 1948 they given the name. So that's why in 1948 the community development has name given. After that, the 1952 the community development program has to be implemented in India. The community development programs. First, we say about what is the operational area for community development programs. And the operational area for community development program is 400 to 500 square miles, comprising of 300 villages. And from the 300 villages, there is a population of 2 lakh population. Please remember this. The community development project has an operational area of 400 to 500 square miles with 300 villages with a population 2 lakh peoples. Please remember, and after that, in the community development project, for each project, this is a population and the area and the villages limit. After that, they split it into 3 development projects. For each project, they split it into 3 development blocks. For each development blocks, totally for each project, what I am told 300 villages, we can split into 3 development blocks means 100 villages. 100 villages. Okay, for 100 villages means there will be, we split the population 2 lakh population to 3 equally, that is 60 to 70,000 for each development blocks. So there will be a 2 lakh populations. This project is headed by a project officer. Each project has 60 multi-purpose workers, and that is a village level workers. Before that, village level workers, after the training and vision system only, the village level workers has to be replaced by AHOs, either AAOs, AOs, AHOs, ADH, ADS, and DDH or JDS. In the training and busy system only these formats will came. Before that there is a village level workers only. Under the project, if any project means it is headed by block development officer, that is the BDOs. Now it is in the panchayat, union panchayat, there will be a block development officer is there. There will be the head of the project officer. In this success of the community development program, the government decided to implement the national extension service after the 1 year of the implementation of the CDP. So after the 1 year means October to 1953, the national extension service is launched. National extension service is a permanent program. Please remember this. It is a permanent. It covers the entire country. It is also headed by a block development office. It is an agency. National Extension Service is an agency. Next one is the Community Development Blocks. CDB is launched in 1954. Democratic Decentralization, which is launched in 1957. Democratic Decentralization means what? There is a Panchayat Raj. We are all are in villages only. In villages, there is a village Panchayat. Weird. In village Panchayat, the president is the head. So that's concept is came from the Panchayat Raj system. In this Panchayat Raj, there is a two-tier Panchayat Raj system and a three-tier Panchayat Raj system. Please remember this. There is a two-tier and a three-tier Panchayat Raj system. They can ask what is the democratic decentralization means. You can simply tell it is a Panchayat Raj. Panchayat Raj was initially started at, and they can ask means it is initially started at Rajasthan. What is the word democracy, which is derived from means demos, that is the people, and the krato means authority. Like you can expect the two questions from this. That is the three-tier Panchayat Raj system is given by who means Balwant Rai Mehta Committee. If the two-tier Panchayat Raj system is given by who means Ashok Mehta. The name Panchayat Raj is given by J.L. Nehru, Adhan Jawaharlal Nehru. And in this Panchayat Raj, there is a two-tier and also three-tier. In the three-tier means it is given by Balwant Rai, and the two-tier means it is given by Ashok Mehta Committee. In this three-tier Panchayat Raj system, we can split into district level means Jilla Parishad, block level means Panchayat Samiti, village level means Gram Panchayat. Please remember this: district level Jilla Parishad, district, block means Panchayat Samiti, village level means we can test it is a Gramam, that is a Gram Panchayat. Please remember this Panchayat Raj. In this Panchayat Raj system, the duration, they can ask the duration of the Panchayat Raj system either 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years. You can choose. It is a 5 years. It is purely 5 years. Panchayat Raj system is purely 5 years. What is the reserved seat for the in the Panchayat Raj for women? They can ask means 1/3 seat. 1/3 of the seat is reserved in village Panchayat for women. Please remember this. It is a democratic decentralization in Panchayat Raj. The Ministry of Panchayat Raj in India is came in the year of 2004. Please remember this. For a Panchayat Raj system, head of Jilla Parishad, the district head is collector only. Next, we go for the technological development. Technological development means there is 4 important one. First is the Intensive Agriculture District Program, that is IADP, which is launched in the year Kharif 1960. Next one is the Intensive Agriculture Area Program, which is launched in 1964. Next one, Intensive Cattle Development Project, ICDP, which is launched in 1964 to 65. Next one is the High Yielding Variety Programs, HYVP, in 1966. We are already known the high yielding variety programs. What is high yielding variety programs? High yielding variety programs is the reason for the green revolution, because the most of the high yielding variety seeds are evolved during this season, and with the inorganic fertilizers only it get popular during this high yielding variety program in 1966. Let's see the intensive agri. Next we see about the Intensive Agriculture District Program, IADP, which was launched in 1960 Kharif. The main slogan of this IADP is betting on the strong horse. Please remember this. Betting on the strong horse is the slogan of the IADP. IADP means it is a package program. Please remember this. It is a package program which is concerned with technologies. The package of technologies is given in the Intensive Agriculture District Programs. First, it initially started in 7 districts. Please remember this. Betting on the strong horse under the package program means you can Then IADP only, which was launched in Carif 1960. Next one, we go to the IAFP, that is the Intensive Agriculture Area Program. And this program is implemented by cluster basis only with the scientists. It is launched in 1964. Next program is Intensive Cattle Development Programs. Intensive Cattle Development Project means the ICTP. It is the name cattle. Cattle means cattle development means they were focused on milk production to increase the milk production for the people. So that way the Intensive Cattle Development Project has to be came in the 1964 to 1965. Next one is the High Yielding Variety Programs, HYVP, in 1966. HYVP means it is the main high yielding varieties. In these high yielding variety programs, the high yielding varieties are to be evolved. So in 1966, the high yielding varieties popular get popular, and with the help of the inorganic fertilizers only, the high yielding variety programs will get popular. In the radios and all, the green revolution has to be taken place with the help of high yielding variety programs. The father of green revolution is M.S. Swaminathan. Please remember this. Next one, the development with social justice. First, we see about the Small Farmers Development Agency, SFDA. Next one is Marginal Farmers and Agriculture Laborers Programs, MFAL. Both are launched in the year of 1970 to 71. Please remember this. Small farmers. What is the land for the farm size for the small farmers? Means it is 2 hectares. 2 hectares. Please remember. For marginal farmers means 1 hectare. Marginal means 1 hectare. Small means 2 hectares. It is the farm size for them, fixed farm size for the marginal and small farmers. The SFDA, which is introduced in 46 selected districts, and another one, MAPL, is introduced in 40 districts. In SFDA, please remember this: the 20 for small farmers, there will be 25% subsidy for given for the resources by the SFDA. For marginal farmers, the MFAL 33, that is the 1/3 of the subsidy is to be given for the resources. Whatever resources they buy, the implements or any other they buy means they give 33, 1/3 of the subsidy is given for the small marginal farmers by MFAL agency. For small farmers, that is 25% subsidy from the SFDA agencies. Next, we see about the Drought Prone Area Program, DPAP, Drought Prone Area Program, which is launched in 1973. Drought Prone Area Program, that is the name implies the Drought Prone Area Program. That is, in the drought areas, we constructed a conservation structures. So it will be helpful for them to store the waters, because in the drought prone area programs, there in drought prone areas, there will be 3 months there will be rainfall. After that, there won't be a rainfall. So that's why they developed a water conservation structures to store the rainwater, which is useful for the cultivation. So that is the drought prone area programs as came in 1973. Next one is a pilot project for tribal development, which is launched in 1972 to 1973. Pilot project for tribal development. We already know the tribals, most of the indigenous technical knowledges are reside with tribal peoples. So that's why the pilot project for tribal development has came to them to to restore the to get the indigenous technical knowledges, to evolve the indigenous technical knowledges with the participatory technology development process. So that's why the PPTD is came in 1972 to 73. Next one is the training and visit system. Training and visit system. We already know, we heard about TNV system. TNV system is a training and visit system. It is an important system because the training and visit system only the AAOs, AHOs, ADS, AOs are all are came by the training and visit system. It is implemented in 1974. Let's we see it is brief in latter. Now we see that Integrated Rural Development Program, IRDP. It is launched in 1976. Integrated Rural Development Program. 76. It is launched in 76. Integrated Rural Development Program. It is a family-based approach. That is the name Integrated Rural. Integrated Rural means the rural means they can live at a family or community. So that's why the integrated rural means it is a family-based approach. It gives them self-employment opportunities. It creates employment. IRDP creates an employment opportunities. Next one is the training of rural youth for self-employment. TRISEM. TRISEM means it is the name implies the name given rural youth of self-employment. Rural youth means the youth means 18 to 35 years. Between the age of 18 to 35 years, they giving a training to the peoples. So that is the training of rural youth. The TRISEM. It is came in the year 1979. Okay. Next one, the National Rural Employment Program (NREP) is launched in 1980. Next one is RLEGP. That is RLEGP was uh, launched in Independence Day of 1983. That is the 15th August 1983. RLEGP is, that is the R means Rural Landless Employment Guarantee Program. That is the first employment guarantee program came in 1983. Before that, there is a National Rural Employment Program came. In this, the RLEGP it get popular. After that, the development of women and children in rural areas, Davakra, which was launched in 1982. The development of women means it is Davakra is mainly concerned with development of women and also the children's. So that's why the Davakra is mainly concentrated, and it is launched in 1982. Next one is the National Agriculture Extension Project, which was launched in the year of 1980. Next one is the Technology Mission on Oilseeds (TMO), which was launched in 1986. The Technology Mission on Oilseeds, which is concentrated on production of oilseeds, like it gives a big, huge for the palm oil, the sunflower oils. It gives important for the production of these seeds, because these are the main source, the sunflower and the palm oil. These are the palm oil. These are the important one giving the oil production. So that's why the technology mission on oil seed came in 1986. Next one is the Javagar Rozgar Yojana. Javagar Rozgar Yojana, which is launched in 1989. Javagar Rozgar Yojana is combination of the two schemes. First one is the NREGP, that is which is launched in 1980, and the RLEGP, which was launched in 1983. Both the combination is the Javagar Rozgar Yojana. Next one is the Employment Assurance Scheme. Employment Assurance. In this, the Employment Assurance Scheme was came in 1993. Employment assurance means now the employment assurance scheme, which is means we can tell MGNREGA, because it assured 100 days of work for family. So we can tell MGNREGA is employment assurance scheme for 100 days of for a family. Next we see the Small Farmers Agri Business Consortium (SFAC), which was launched in 1994. Next one is Swarna Jayanti Gram Swarnaskor Yojana, which was launched in 1999. Next, the Javagar Gram Samriddhi Yojana (JGSY), which was launched in 1st April 1999. Next one, the Sambhurna Gramin Rozgar Yojana (SGRY), which is a combination of Javagar Gram Samriddhi Yojana and also the Employment Assurance Scheme. Next, we see about the infrastructure development. Infrastructure development means the NAD, IVLP, ASMA, PURA, NAIP. These are the infrastructure development programs. First, we see about the one by one. First, we see about the National Agricultural Technology Project (NATP). Please remember this. NATP is launched by Government of India with the help of World Bank. Please remember this. The World Bank and the Government of India also combined launched the National Agriculture Technology Project. It is mainly focused on research and extension activities. Should be the farmer driven. It is the main objective of NATP. Next one, in this NATP, in the implementation of the NATP, the ATIC, in the every state agriculture universities, you can see that ATIC, that is ATIC means Agriculture Technology Information Center. It is a single window system, which is in ATIC for every state agriculture university, central agriculture universities, ICN institute. For every institute, there will be ATIC. ATIC is Agriculture Technology Information Center. In the ATIC is evolved with the component of NATP only. ATIC is a single window system, which is component of NATP. Please remember this. Next one is a IVLP, Institutional Village Linkage Project, which is launched in 1995. IVLP means Institutional Village Linkage Project. It links the institution with the village. In this, the Institutional Village Linkage Project, which is came the ICR Institute and all the state agriculture universities and the state research stations and all they came. In this IVLP came means in this every research institute has to be select a one village and they can develop the technologies. They constantly develop the technologies and for development of the rural people. So that's why the institutional village linkage project came. In this institutional village linkage project, the important component is TAR. TAR means technology assessment and refinement, because there is a rapport with the institution and also with the village. They develop a technology. In this technology, they can define with their locality. After that, they can evolve the technology. So that's why the technology and this technology assessment and refinement will happen between the village and also the research station. So that IBLP concept plays a main role. Next one is the Atma. Today's Atma is an important one. Atma means Agricultural Technology Management Agency, which was launched in 1998. For Atma, the state level training institute is Samiti, that is the State Agriculture Management Extension Training Institute. The Samiti plays an important role in training for the AAOs, EAOs, AHOs, and all. For Atma workers, they can give a training for the peoples in the state as a Samiti, as a nodal for the state. In this Atma, we can see that is a governing board and also the management committee. Atma is a registered body. The governing board and management committee. Governing board means they can govern. Their main duties to advise, because it is an advisory body. Governing means governing. They give advice to the people. So that is the advisory body. The governing, it is headed by district collector, because the advisory is mainly given by the district collector. So in this Atma governing board, district collector is the head. They can give advices to the projects. Atma Management Committee is headed by project director. Their important role is in this management committee, they can develop a project. In this, there is a 12 members. In these 12 members, they can give a rough project, which is approved by the governing board. So for the Atma, in the district level, the DRDA is important one. The District Rural Development Agency also important one. In this Atma, the management committee, the Atma management committee will give a project. The project is approved by governing board, that is the advisory body, which is headed by district collector. After that, it will be implementing. It is the Atma. Next one is the Pura. Pura means the name Pura, that is providing urban amenities in rural areas. Providing urban amenities in rural areas. The name gives providing means we can provide. That is the urban amenities means the urban, whatever in the urban areas, it will be provided in the rural areas. So if we provide the most of them in the rural areas, there is a lacking of the health facilities and infrastructure somewhat. If we provide that the health facilities, infrastructure facilities in the rural areas, means it will be useful for the rural peoples. So there will be less migration. This providing urban amenities in rural areas is launched in the year of 2004 by our Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. That is the Pura is launched by APJ Abdul Kalam in 2004. Please remember this. Our president, our former president, launched that Pura to reduce the migration of the rural peoples to the urban areas. So there will be less migration will be happen. So that's why they created employment opportunities. So that the farming sector will be useful. That is the providing urban amenities. Next one is the National Agriculture Innovation Project, NIPE, which is launched in 2006 with the funded from World Bank. NIPE, National Agriculture Innovation Project. Innovation project means use in new technologies or new innovations in the agriculture. Friends, next is about the NREGA. NREGA. The act came in 2006. NREGA means National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. Next one is NREGA, which is renamed in 2009 with the birth date of October 2, that is a Mahatma Gandhi birthday. In the Mahatma Gandhi birthday of 2009, the NREGA is renamed as MGNREGA because the Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, which is providing 100 days of work for a family. In this, now the amount is 256, which is from the 1st April 2020. They fixed the amount 256 something. Please refer this amount. MGNRJ, which is launched on 2nd October 2009. Next one is the National Horticulture Mission, which was launched in 2005 to 2006. National Horticulture Mission. It providing the seedlings and the technology area development programs and all. The National Horticulture Mission gives a seedlings, planting materials and all with the components. Next one is the National Food Security Mission, which was launched in the year of 2007. Friends, next we say about the poverty alleviation programs and the area development programs and the women development programs. One by one we can see. First we say about the poverty alleviation programs. Next, area development programs and women development programs. First, poverty alleviation programs. Poverty alleviation means integrated rural development program because it is a family based. It is, if we give the family based, means it will be useful for them, so there will be employment opportunities, so there will be reduction in the poverty. Next one is the Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana. Next one is the Council of Advancement People Action Research and Technology. Next one is the NREGP, National Rural Employment Guarantee Program. Next one, the area development programs and DPAP, desert development programs, hill area development programs, and women development programs means STANWA, Davakra, MSY, RMK. We can see first we see about the poverty alleviation programs. Poverty alleviation programs. Let's see. Integrated Rural Development is a rural development program which was launched in the financial year 1978 and extended to 1980 because it is a family-based, integrated. It is a self-employment programs, the income generating among the rural poor peoples. The main target group of the IRDP is small and also the marginal farmers and agricultural laborers under rural artisans, the people who are below the poverty line. Friends, 1 minute. The persons who below the poverty line of the poverty line about the integrated rural development programs. These rural development programs which assured a coverage of 50% for scheduled caste and scheduled tribes and 40% for women and 3% for physically handicapped. It is the IRDP Integrated Rural Development Program is mainly concerned with income generating activities for the rural artisans or poor peoples. Next one, Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana. It is launched in 25th December 2000. It is a fully centrally sponsored scheme. You can ask Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana means what? Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana means it is a road connecting the road to the peoples. So that is the road programs. In this, they can put the roads in the rural areas. Most of the produce are produced in the rural areas. So if you provide a good road connectivity, means it will be useful for them to take the produce to the town itself. So it will be useful for the marketing. So that's why the Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana has to be launched in 25th December 2000. In this Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana, they fixed a limit. If any village or habitat having the population of 500% means 500% in plain area means they can put roads. In case of hilly area means they concentrate on 250% means they can put a road connectivity to the rural areas. It is a salient feature. Please go through this. Next one is the Council for Advancement of People Action and Rural Technology, which is called as a CAPAT. CAPAT means it is a voluntary, which is concerned with voluntary action. The rural people's youths which came to the CAPAT for voluntary action, they can give. It is launched in 1986. by Government of India. Please go through this, friends. I can share the PPT also, friends. Don't worry. Please go through this and all. Next one, NREGP. NREGP was passed, the National Rural Employment Guarantee Program Act was passed in 2005, which is came to 2006. After that, the name is renamed as MGNREGA in 2009. Please remember this, which is launched by Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh. Please remember this. It is 100 days per year per family during the off seasons. Please remember this. Friends, I will share the PPT, don't worry. Next one is the area development programs. Area development program is drought prone area development programs, which is launched in 1973 to 74. The main aim of drought prone area program is water conservation structures, building the water conservation structures, water farms, farm ponds. It will be useful to restore the water. So there will be drought prone area programs getting popular. Next one, water. Next one, desert development program. Desert development program is de-desertification, because we can restore the ecological balance. If we conserve the water in the desert areas, it will be totally reconstructed the desert into evergreen areas. So that's why the desert development program has became. It is a de-desertification. That is the ecology, restoring of the ecological balance. It may be land, water, vegetative cover, and it will be useful for the productivity of the produce. Mm, please remember, please go through this. Next one is the Hilly Area Development Program, HADP, which is first Hilly Area Development Program is introduced in Nilgiris district in the year of 1975. If you travel in the hilly areas, you can see that the HADP, because in this HADP they can develop the infrastructure facilities, and also for infrastructure facilities they putting the contour bonds, and they can put the water conservation structure. So it will be useful for the restore of the water which is running from the hills. It will be stored in the places. It will be useful for to make the ecological balance, that is the eco restoration. So that's why the hill area development program has to be came. It is the eco development and eco preservation. The main objective is, please remember this, eco restoration, eco development, eco preservation. Hill area development program, they can ask hill area development program first implemented in which district is Nilgiris district, which is in the Tamil Nadu in the year of 1975. Please go through this, friends. Next one is the women development programs. Women development programs means Davakra, Tanwa. These are the women development programs, and the MSY, RMK, MSY. These are the mainly concerned with women development programs. In first we say about the TANWA, Tamil Nadu Women in Agriculture. It is these Tamil Nadu Women in Agriculture was operational since October 1986. In this, they give it training to the women's. It may be post harvest. It may be they can give, for example, in the paddy field, they can give a training to the corner weeder operating. That like in some training given to the women in the farming activities. So that's why the Tamil Nadu Women in Agriculture is came. Tanwa. Next one is the Davakra. Davakra was it is a sub scheme of IRDP launched in 1982. Please, I am already told that Davakra. Please go through this. Next one is the Mahila Samriddhi Yojana, which was launched in October 1993. Mahila Samriddhi Yojana, because in the post office and all, they can get the amount and they can form in groups, that is self-help groups. They can give a loan to inter-loan to the persons in the inter-loans persons in the members of the self-help groups. And it is the capacity building programs, encouraging the self-help groups, and the setting up production-based activities. So if they form in the Mahila Samriddhi Yojana, they forming self-help groups. They can have a platform to discuss the technologies, and they can they can increasing the income generating skills and activities. Please remember this, friends. Please go through and all. These are the eligible criteria for the beneficiaries in the Mahila Samriddhi Yojana. Next, we see about the Rashtriya Mahila Course. It is a national credit fund scheme which is launched in 1992 to 1993. It mainly focuses on women. Because Rashtriya Mahila Course, it mainly focused on women for the development of the women and also the children's. So that's why this scheme came. The major objective of the meeting the credit need for the poor women, particularly in the informal sector. So that's why the RMK, that is the Rashtriya Mahila Course, has to be came. Please go through this, friends. Thank you, friends. I hope you all seen that these and all. So thank you, friends. Ma'am, 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 is it audible, ma'am? Ma'am,
Sir. Hello.
ma'am, completed, ma'am.
Okay, completed. Okay.
Ma'am,
So
let's
if anyone
close
has
the
doubts,
class,
they
ma'am.
can. Hello.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
is it?
Yeah, it is
Ma'am,
audible.
1 minute, ma'am. Friends, you have any doubt means please contact. If any doubt means please chat, friends.
Excuse me. Actually, I can't hear you properly.
Ma'am, is it audible, ma'am?
Yeah, it is audible.
Okay, ma'am, we can close the class, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. We can end up the class, no?
We can end, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, friends.
Okay. Thank you so much.